Hello and welcome to Peak Life. I'm Michael Barnett, and joining me today is one of the hardest working men I know, Mr. Ernest Lowery, who is the founder of the Chesapeake Juneteenth Foundation. Ernest, welcome to Peak Life.
Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it. It's so great to be here once again on Peak Life and let all our viewers know in the city of Chesapeake what we're trying to do.
That's right. I know you got some good events coming up. I know you have an event coming up that's building up to Juneteenth, which is the Chesapeake Juneteenth Foundation is all about. And that's the Shove Off Day?
Yeah, the Shove Off Day is it's going to be May 25th,
okay.
All right? It's going to be in Petersburg, and we're going to have a great time. Matter of fact, we have a bus, a 55-passenger bus, that we're going to go up there and support the National Juneteenth, because that's who's doing this right here, right? And so my goal is to, next year, is probably try to get some Chesapeake school kids to go up there and support Juneteenth and find out what Hopewell is all about, because we had over 2,000 colored troops that left from Hopewell to on steamships to go down to all the way around Florida to get to Galveston, Texas, to tell the people that they are free. And so it's a very exciting event, and hope people come out and tune in.
Yeah, very, very historical also. The Chesapeake Juneteenth Foundation, its annual event. Now, I can say I've enjoyed myself.
Great.
A couple times I've gone. So what do you have in store for us this year?
Well, like always, I'm glad you come and support us. That's what we need. This year, my special guest, my keynote speaker, is going to be Miss Brenda Andrews, who is the owner of the New Journal and Guide newspaper. And this is it right here. And she's been helping us out for a long time with that. And so, again, she's going to be my keynote speaker. You got to hear her speak. And she's one of the most intelligent women that I know. And because she runs this African-American newspaper, which started in the 1900s, she have a wealth of knowledge that she can share with us.
Yes. So I know we talked a little bit earlier about the purpose of the Chesapeake Juneteenth Foundation, and you had mentioned scholarships, kids, getting the young folks involved. Let's talk a little bit more about that.
Well, it's really simple. You know, we get kids to come in. We're a philanthropist group, and scholarship is our main goal. That is our mission. This year, we're poised to give out at least 6 scholarships, right? One is going to be from Dr. Ross Hammond, who's going to give us a $1,000 scholarship, which is going to be earmarked for those kids who are into the arts. Also, we're going to have Miss Brenda Andrews, who's also sponsoring our group, and who's going to do a lot of things for us as far as scholarships are concerned. So we got a lot of people actually that's going to help us and support us with the scholarships, and we're looking forward to doing those things as we grow and move forward. And one of the things that help us do that is through donations, people sponsoring us, getting ads in our magazine, which is a beautiful magazine. So we're all geared up to do that and help support our kids.
Okay, so the event, what's those dates on that?
Well, it's going to be June 15th, Father's Day weekend. Of course, my birthday the next day, but still. And there's so many things that's going on during that period of time. But all I can say is basically what we're trying to do with the 5 people that I have on my board is to get out this and disseminate this information so that Chesapeake can grow with us and we can grow with Chesapeake to get the word out about African Americans and what Juneteenth really stands for. And so I'm looking forward to continuing to grow out and build out and have our people support us.
Right. Next question, what differentiates the Chesapeake Juneteenth Foundation from all the other organizations and events that are going on, because now it's just so much? What makes Chesapeake Juneteenth D1?
Let's say this. Chesapeake, Juneteenth was in 2021 became a holiday, right? Okay, now I'll just say a little bit on my end. Now I've been involved with Juneteenth there since 2005. So I've been doing it already for 15 years. So once it became a holiday, the best thing for me to do is to go ahead and become a 501c3, which we did that in 2021. What separates us from everybody else is one that I'm associated with the National Juneteenth.
Okay.
So they give me a little kudos. And the National Juneteenth is spread all over the country and matter of fact, some places overseas. So we have a good solid base. And this is one of the reasons why when we talk about the Shove Off Day, this is what it's all about. So we're growing and we're expanding the knowledge of Juneteenth far and abroad, other than just what's happening here in our cities. Okay. So, and again, we're about education. Nobody else is doing education.
Right.
You know, they go out and party, which I'm not against that, because those are things that I used to do myself, you know, before it became a 501c3.
Right.
So now we're in that vein, that narrow vein about educating the kids. That's why I want to take a bus and go up to Hopewell, other places, and talk about Juneteenth.
Right. I tell you, I've always seen a lot of participation from elected officials and state delegates and so forth. So I know that's something special. They really get behind this here in this city and statewide. So like I said, the 2-3 events I've been to, they've been wonderful. I've eaten good.
Right. Yeah.
Always good food.
Yeah.
So information about the event, which is on what date again?
June 15th.
June 15th.
And it's going to be at the Greenbrier Country Club, which is on Volvo Parkway in Chesapeake, prestigious golf club, and it's going to have a great time. It's going to be from 12 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
And we're going to do a lot of things. You know, not only with Ms. Brenda Andrews be talking about Juneteenth and giving that kind of legacy, we're going to have a question and answer period on probably the last 30 minutes of the event. So those who want to stick around, we're going to dive into some things. We're going to talk about some interesting things and just kind of share ideas among each other about what Juneteenth means, and even coming from an African-American standpoint,
okay,
what it is that you want to see, what it is that you want to hear, what it is that you want to know.
Right.
So we can corral ourselves with one mind and one spirit.
And also, you know, I think really in looking at that this is a national holiday. This is, you know, it's not just for African Americans, it's for all of America to celebrate. So I think that's a very important part. So have you seen any misconceptions from the public about that? Like, oh, this is only for African Americans and, you know, we can't really participate.
Well, Mike, now you know. You know, the thing about life, there's always going to be somebody who questions things
Right,
that
right.
they don't understand.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to say about, you know, trying to divide and conquer all these kind of things. I just stick to the positive side of things.
Right.
We're doing what's necessary to make what we talk about factual, and that's again why I'm partnering with the National Juneteenth. So we get the information from one source, from the right source, and we disseminate those things. Now again, going back, one of the things that we're doing also, that we're partnering with Miss Juneteenth Virginia, okay, and we're giving them a $500 scholarship for Miss Virginia this year as well. Okay. And they're gonna be part of the group that that's gonna go on the bus tour with us, and also they're gonna be there for our Juneteenth program, so they're gonna be part of the operation as well.
Okay, all right. So anything else left to say? I mean, did you wanna get out to the people? Website, information?
Yes, you can look us up. We are Chesapeake Juneteenth Foundation.org. We're online, so there's a donate button, of course. You know, we got that sponsorship donation button on there. And we have a plethora of pictures that's on the website. You can look at some of the things that we've done in the past. So this is our 4th year at the 501c3. We did 2 years over at the Chesapeake Conference Center, 2 years here now at the Greenbrier Country Club, and they all been successful. But like any good organization, we want to be more successful.
Right.
So we need that. We need your help to come on out and fellowship with us. If I can give out my number, you feel free to call me. Okay. 757-737-2180.
Hey, that's it. Well, Ernest, I want to thank you for joining us here on Peak Life. A lot of information, a lot of great stuff going on. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike, for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode of Peak Life. I want to thank my crew here at Chesapeake Television, Department of Public Communications, and also our guest, Ernest Lowery, and most importantly, you for tuning in. Again, thank you.